Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spaced Out Radio. How you doing? It's me here, and originally I was going to cancel the show tonight, which I rarely do because I haven't been feeling well all day, but it is something that there was just a snafu behind the scenes, miscommunication, so I couldn't do it. I haven't been feeling good all day. You know, when you have one of those nights of, how can you put it? I went to bed last night, got a good 7 hours sleep, and I woke up this morning feeling like I hadn't slept at all. And I was literally at my daytime job earlier today, and I was literally falling asleep. Like, it felt like I didn't sleep one wink last night. I don't know whether I was taken or what have you last night, but I felt like absolute garbage earlier today. And I was trying to take a night off, and I thought I had it covered, but it just didn't work out, and that's okay. So we're not going to be here for long tonight, but I saw all of you guys here and figured that I would quickly just have a show. We are going to rebook Dick Larson or Dick Landon for that was supposed to be our guest tonight on the show. So you know what? We're going to make it all about you. And I'm sorry I'm not feeling well. I rarely take a night off. You guys know that. No, I don't have any ticks coming out of the woods. It was a great night in the woods the other night, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next video that comes out. Tim is doing a great job at working on that. So I do apologize for the late start. I do apologize about anything for tonight, because I do know that a lot of you kind of rely on us being here for entertainment. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be here on the air tonight because I'm really not feeling good. And in fact, not to turn Deborah Rooney on, but I'm sitting here in my chair in my underwear, man. Yeah, I'm just sitting here in my underwear. No, I don't even have socks on right now. You know, no pants, no socks, nothing. I don't really care. I'm just here, man. So what we're going to do here for the next little bit, because I do have to send an archive show over to our radio stations. So what we're going to do here is we are actually I'm just going to take some audience questions for the next little bit here, because I do have to edit a show for our radio stations that they can play in the morning or tomorrow night. So if you guys have any questions, I'd love to hear them. I really would love to hear them, and we'll get them on air, because we haven't done a lot of shows about you guys Oh, fap. By the way, Area 54, thank you for kicking off the super chat tonight. A wonderful way to start off this show. Shelly, thank you very much for your love as well. I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you very, very much. No, they're not tidy whiteys. They're tidy blackies. Tidy blackies tonight. All right. So, what do you guys have on your mind? Please put your questions in capital letters. Paul kicking off favorite GNR album. I would have to say number 1, it would be Appetite for Destruction. Number 2, I know the purists will get pissed with me about this, but I loved Chinese Democracy. I loved it. It was amazing. Do you expect to do UFO Con in San Francisco 2026? Kim, as long as there is a Lorien Fenton conference, I will be here, or I will be there. Okay? I promise you that. I promise you that. I love Lorien. I love that conference. And as long as she's going, I'm going. And you know what? I do have a bone to pick with you about that, though, Kim, because you always leave early. You do. You always leave early. And that bugs me. Yep, it bugs me. I'm just teasing you. But yeah, there will I will definitely be there. As long as Lorien has a conference, I will be there because that is my promise to her. Lorien Fenton has done a lot for me. She, over the last number of years, she has done a lot for me. So it's kind of like, lack of a better term, my payback for her love and support of not only this show, but of me personally. And I will not ever let her down. So if she needs something, I will be there. And that's just the way it is. 721. Give me 2 seconds here because I'm going to be doing a couple things in between here. So. All right. I'm not going to be typing hello to everybody tonight. Not on purpose, but just it's kind of hard. Thank you to Sensational Shelley, Area 54, Walter, and Deborah Rooney for the great super chats. Greatly appreciate your love and support. So, yeah, I'm taking care of myself. Don't worry. Let's see here. Let's see questions from you guys. There's. Would you do a show on smart dust? I've never heard about smart dust. Keyshawn, put that in the chat room and let me stew on that a little bit. I don't even know what smart dust is. I don't know. Would I do one? Maybe. No, big bad Brad. No, hey, you switched from biofuel, Brad. Look at that. No, they aren't the underwears from the store. Cosmic Joe is asking, what's the most thing you want to gift in the woods? I think we have enough out there right now for that our gifting site. So our gifting site right now has a hawk's feather, a raven's feather, a piece of jade, a piece of quartz, a Canadian dollar coin, a Canadian quarter, and a whistle. And it's going to probably take a few weeks before our gifting site takes hold, but I'm confident that it will. So that's hopefully what will happen. I just want to get into a trading system that if it is happening, which I believe it is, sorry, my brain's not working very well tonight. If we do get some gifting going, I want a solid trading system. That's kind of what I'm hoping for out of all of this. So hopefully we are able to get that with everything. I'm hoping. I hope that makes sense. Destiny is asking, Dave, how has your dreams been lately? What's weird is I'm not somebody who remembers my dreams very well. And in fact, since I went on a CPAP machine, I don't remember my dreams at all. So I'm not saying things are happening. With another spooky story. Follow that up by little Timmy James. All right there. Perfect. I'm not saying that it isn't happening, but I don't know. I have zero recall. That's why I'm wondering if something happened last night, because since I've had my CPAP, there's only been like 2 nights like this. And normally when I've woken up feeling like this prior to my CPAP, it's because something has happened in the middle of the night. And I'm wondering if that's what happened. Not saying it did, but I'm wondering. So who knows? If you see me looking this way, it's because I'm talking and editing a show for our radio stations at the same time. Because, I love to multitask. I do. Let's go to the next question here. Necessary Dialogue asking, is ontological disclosure on the way? No. No, it is not. I don't believe in disclosure, guys. I've been a proponent that we are in a confirmation movement, not a disclosure movement. And the more people that I am talking to around this subject, not just on the show, but on private phone calls, the more I am hearing that there is really a death knell towards government disclosure right now. And they can have all the hearings they want. They can have all the so-called whistleblowers they want, but apparently it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, and there are too many people out there right now who do not want it to happen. So that is part of the problem that we are having right now. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, because you guys know that I love the woo. Excuse me. I love the woo. I love everything about it. I'm an experiencer. I am somebody who has been an eyewitness to some very strange happenings. I believe way more than what I disbelieve. But it is something that I think, when it comes to this great subject that we call ufology, I think that people were taken for a ride back in 2017, and I don't think it's been for the betterment of the subject. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say people were lying to you. I'm not going to tell you who to believe, who not to believe. Okay, but I will say this, that there have been some games being played, and it's not to the health of our subject. I do believe that there's a lot of people in the know that are speaking. I do not believe that we have any whistleblowers. I know that one may be a shock to many of you out there, but I don't believe there's been a single whistleblower. A whistleblower provides information to the public. All of the whistleblowers that we have had, or alleged whistleblowers, all cannot speak because of their NDAs. That is not a whistleblower. That is an experiencer. That is somebody who has heard things. They're a storyteller just like you or me, that have no proof, that have no understanding. Now, a lot of people may not like that, and I apologize about that, but I want you to take the emotion out of it. And that's something that I have had to learn the hard way here over the last little bit, because I want it too, guys. I want it too. But the problem that we're having is there's a big game being played at the expense of all of us. And until the major public who is passionate about this subject realizes that there is a game being played, okay, we're not going to get anywhere. And us people are extremely poor compared to the military industrial complex that is going to be creating the toys that we will never get to see, at least in our lifetime, if ever. So, my advice to you is believe the people who are experiencing. If it comes from a government, if it comes from an alleged whistleblower, it's not disclosure, guys. It's not. And I know I've taken some heat. I know we've lost some audience members because of my stance on this, and I'm quite okay with that. The truth is sometimes can be unpopular. I don't like it any more than you do. Civil War, Guns N' Roses. I don't like it any more than you do. Let me get caught up with some questions here. If you have any follow up on that, I will let you know. Let's go to Deidre. I watched episode 6 on Sunday and noticed the visuals were different. Did you use a different filter to bring the light in? No, that was just the light that it was. You have to talk to Tim about that. He's the expert camera doodles there. He really is. He's so great. So great. Let's see here. 1 second here. All right. Scrolling down. Wait until you see episode 7. It's going to be great. Jose, sometimes the foot emblem light behind you seems to pulsate a little. Is this due to my dumb Android or something else? No, that's the light. I can control it here. See, I can change the colors. Let's go blue. I can change it to many different things here. There's white. Oh, wait, no, that's purple. Believe it or not, that's purple. Yeah, I can get it to do all sorts of things. It's kind of cool, actually. Let's put the speed up. Really give you guys. Come on, where are you? See, I like that blue one there because, oh, what was that one? There. Look at that. We got them all now. That'll mess you up. Thank you, Area 53 or 54 for that second super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Virgil, brain not working. Readjust that tinfoil hat, mate. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'll be back to normal tomorrow night. I shall be back to normal tomorrow night. All right. Benno is asking, what would be a good Bigfoot trade? Anything natural. I'm assuming feathers, rocks, whatever it might be. That's what I would assume. That to me, that's what I would like to see, especially other quartz. Question: is it hard being a handsome adventurer on the YouTubes where they make a movie? Can Harrison Ford play me? Dude, you are the Harrison Ford of what we do. Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, Area 54. He's a pretty awesome guy. We've talked a few times on the phone. He's pretty awesome. Kurt, experiencers, if this follows family lines, do you have family relatives that have strong empathic, psychic, or intuitive abilities? You know, it's funny because I don't think it comes from my dad's side. I think it comes from my mom's side. And my mom never wanted to admit it because it went against her Christian faith. So she never really admitted to it, but I've talked to my sisters about it and they're like, oh yeah, mom was totally intuitive. Totally. She just never admitted it. They were like, we couldn't sneak out for the life of us. So I found that funny. I did. Found that funny. All right. 1 second here. Scrolling down. Tim James is good today. I don't know if he's tuned in or not, but he's good today. Gary Roos, I don't remember my dreams with my CPAP machine on either. See, Gary, it's something. It's because we're in a deep sleep. Ooh, Joe's Maine. Jaquetta, if you leave an SOR t-shirt at the gifting site, do you think Bigfoot will come out wearing it? Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? I wish. Deidre is asking, really had synchronicity before I watched episode 6. Bought a crystal hawk for my Freya offering and been seeing hawks constantly. Also made a new nail color, seafoam, just as Dave said, seafoam. Weird. I don't recall saying seafoam. When did I say seafoam? Remind me of that. Ashley, what is your favorite paranormal advice, including your own intuition? I would say, Ashley, I am not. That's a good question to ask Merle. I'm not going to deflect that question. I will answer it, I promise you. My favorite paranormal device is me. I trust my instincts. I trust my feelings. I trust my intuition. And it is something that I really feel confident about. And if I'm not supposed to go in an area, I won't. I just won't. I cannot. So I would say my intuition, number one. Technically speaking, I've never really got comfortable using a lot of paranormal gear. I have some. I don't have a lot. But I do much more trust myself than anything else. B. Arthur, how you doing? Paramarv. If Lou and Grush go through the Dopser process to get what they print or say approve, couldn't it be said that they are part of government disclosing information to us? Sure. But here's the thing, Paramarv. Any information is great information that comes out. The difference is, what is disclosure? Disclosure is everything. If they are putting caveats on disclosure, then it is not disclosure. So if you look up, let's go to the Webster dictionary. All right. Let's type here. Disclosure. All right. Disclosure is the act or instance of disclosing exposure. Something disclosed. Well, that isn't, I don't want synonyms. Like, no kidding, that's what it is. That's from the Websters. That's disappointing. That's definitely somebody who's woke who's written that. Okay. Definition of disclosure. I'm kidding about that, by the way. The definition of disclosure, according to the Oxford Dictionary, is the act of making new or secret information known. A fact, especially a secret, that is made known, plural pronoun, disclosures, the government's disclosures about missile programs as an example. So the question is, do you want controlled disclosure, which would be a confirmation, or do you want real disclosure? I want to know what happened at Roswell. I want to know what happened at other places. That's disclosure. I don't want anything covered up. I really don't. So that is my beef with this. That is my complete beef. And that's why I say it's confirmation of what is happening. It has nothing to do with disclosure. We're just using that term. And it seems like the popular thing to do over the last 10 years is to take older terms and use them to a meaning that you feel comfortable with or to suit your narrative. And that to me is what's happening here. Right? And once again, I'm not trying to berate anybody on the disclosure market. What am I missing here? Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to berate anybody on that whatsoever. I promise you I'm not. But there's got to be some truth out there, right? There's got to be some truth out there. And the truth is, what is in that Pandora's box inside the Pentagon that holds all of this information? And I don't think I think the U.S. government really complicates it, because it is a complicated subject, that you and I are not interested in the players. We're not interested in who said what. We just want the information in order to get this out there. That's what we want. We don't care about the rest, but we forget that there's, agents and players and all this kind of stuff out there. That's what makes it difficult. I mean, if this cup of water is disclosure, we're only getting a drip. Do you want a drip? Or if you're thirsty, do you want the ability to drink the entire cup of water? Let's be honest here. Personally, I want the cup of water. I don't want just a drip. What's a drip going to do us? Nothing. Laura is asking, is it possible to have Melinda Leslie back on the show? Yes. I will try and bring her in soon. I know her and I have been talking about it. Yo, Cable Guy Matt is here. Hey, Cable Guy Matt, just so you know, my signal is really low again today. Like I'm not sure if it's my cable or the signal or whatever, but I'm down to on the signal little, you got the 3 lines. I'm down at the bottom one. Mm-hmm. Cable Guy Matt watches us on like a 100-inch television screen. It's pretty cool. Joe, Dave, leave a shiny gold American piece at your gifting site. That way, if it won't get messed up with some Canadians that are screwing around up there. No, it'll probably get taken. It'll get taken. Matthew, do you trust apps on your phone for investigations? Absolutely not. The only app that I trust on my phone is my voice recorder. That's it. The rest of the apps can be manipulated. I don't trust them. Don't waste your money on the paranormal apps, people. Merle has told you that. Don't do it. No doing that, please. No. We don't want that. We don't want that. I should have lots of signal. Why the hell is... Weird. All right, let's go to Paramarv. I should have used the word disclosing so as not to confuse with disclosure. I just meant releasing. I don't think the government will disclose until the aliens show up and go public. That's right. I agree with you, Paramarv. Oh, look at sweet Robbie G. I'll take catastrophic disclosure for 100, Davey. Yeah, I would too, Robbie. I would too. If there were odds going on in Vegas about that, I'd put $100 down on catastrophic. Absolutely. It's needed. Why do you think, here's the thing that you got to realize. Why do you think all the government agencies and government people who've talked about this saying that catastrophic disclosure would be absolutely horrific? Why? Why would it be horrific? It wouldn't be. It literally wouldn't be. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here, little Granty Baker.
How you doing, bud?
I'm just looking, and you've been telling me you've been growing that mustache for a long time, and it's still not there.
So I grow it and then I shave it, and then I grow it and then I shave it.
You got to stop that habit, man.
Oh, I know. Well, it's come back. I shaved. So this is my 2-day shadow.
Yeah.
How you been?
You know what? Today I feel like absolute garbage.
Yeah, that's what I heard, my man.
Yeah, I woke up. For those just tuning in, I woke up this morning, and I felt like I didn't sleep a wink. Do you got mascara on?
No, what's really funny about that?
Look. You totally got mascara on.
I don't. I swear to goodness. So here's the deal. Even when I was a kid, I would get asked that, and for any woman that would get close enough to me, they think I wear mascara, it's just the eyelashes. I got great eyelashes. I got it from my mom.
You are a handsome guy. I'm not going to lie. You are a handsome guy.
Well, we're all trying to.
I've seen you publicly. You ooze handsome.
I love you too.
Jules is asking, do you carry a compass when we go out? Yes, I have a compass. I also wear a watch.
Not this kind.
I have my most expensive watch. I bought it for $400 and it's worth like $1,000.
Jeez.
Right. And I don't say that to brag, but because my boss didn't like it. Like him and I got into my old boss, him and I got into this watch scene and he hated this watch. He bought this watch for like $800. It went up in value because it's a numbered watch, and he hated it. So he's like, "I'll sell it to you for like $400." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take that."
So
yeah, I made money right off the bat. You know what it's called? Megalodon.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Let me see if I can get a picture of it here. Hold on. Oh, who makes it again?
Oh, Deb, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Let's Nubio. Nubio makes it.
Nubio.
So let me see if I can get an image of it. Because the backside of it is really cool.
Is that one of those cool glass ones that you can see through?
No, it's let me see here. Oh, stop.
Oh, Joe Monk. Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. Let me just type a search. Megalodon. Oh, it's because they're sold out. They don't have any.
You're lucky you got one.
Yeah. Well, where is it here? Anyways, on the back of the watch, it actually has shark, like a megalodon mouth open on it, which is really cool. Oh, thank Oob. Look at that. Thanks, Oob. And Deb, right there. Grant will flex his guns. He likes a good gun flexing. That's right.
The beach is that way. And the cool guys are over there. Right here.
Joe actually brings up a good point here for a second. Protector of Flight 21 crash site. Tim and I are very protective of that area. We really are. And one of the things that bugs me about it is I'm scared that us opening up about the area, which we don't really have a choice because that's why we're there, may open it up to other people going in there and making things kind of happen. Okay. And kind of ruining what we've already done there. And I really hope it, my safety net is this. the majority of people in this town have no idea where Flight 21 is.
Really?
No idea. They have no idea. There's people who've lived in this town 30, 40, 50 years. They've never been out there. They don't know where it is. That's the good part. The second protector I have is that we're so in the middle of nowhere up here that it's the chances of somebody actually coming up here is slim to none. You know, but I mean, I can't stop anybody from investigating. It's not like at the museum where I could have a say, you know, say, no, we don't want anybody up here. We don't want these people doing this or whatever.
Right.
Jules, my watch is not a battery watch. All my battery watches are dead right now.
They usually are. So I'm looking at the watches that you're talking about, and they start at 900. The highest one I've seen so far is 2000.
Yeah, I can't afford it to. When my boss sold the dealership, he gave all of his managers, myself included, like a $1,500 watch each.
Holy
I forget what brand it was. And my dad has never had a really nice watch, so I gave it to him.
That's awesome.
I got like 25 watches in my drawer, man.
So do I.
You know,
I have a lot
I'm
of
mostly a diesel watch guy.
Oh, that's one I don't have. No, I have
I like the
Citizen.
bigger faces.
Yeah.
Now my dream watch that I'd have to win the lottery in order to get one. Have you seen the Jacobs & Co. watches?
I've seen them, yes.
Yeah, the starting price on a Jacobs & Company watch is like $300,000. They go up to like 7, 8, 9 million. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the most expensive I watch. Let's see, I got a few Belovas, Citizens.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Yeah, I got a Fossil. You know, just
I don't have a Fossil.
My wife bought it for me. I think it was like $2.99 on sale, something like that. It's a nice watch. It weighs a ton. I wore it in Vegas, or I'm not Vegas, maybe Vegas or Reno. I wore it in Reno.
Yeah, I have a couple of watches that I need to get tuned up here soon. But yeah, I love bigger face watches, and I love looking for unique watches. And the best place, I'll tell you, the best place to buy a watch, there's sweets coming on in. Best place to buy a watch is it's on Facebook Marketplace. Look at that sexy son of a bitch right there.
Oh, I love them.
Come on,
Oh, these guys.
Look,
Those
just rub
guys.
that chin hair for us. Just give it a little.
Of course.
Oh, God, that's nice.
You're
Hold on, let me
sexy
zoom in
son of
on
a
that.
bitch.
Let's zoom in on that. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Are you single?
You know the answer to that.
Bro, these watches are ridiculous.
Which ones? The Nubios?
The Jacobson and Co.
Oh yeah, put it up on the screen.
Oh,
Put it
my
up on the
God.
screen.
I'm here. I'll just show you one watch. This is obviously an animation. Let me out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen a Jacobs & Co. watch, they're absolutely incredibly beautiful. I mean, you need to be making like Grant Tavius Max type money in order to afford this.
I don't know if I could afford these. This is the Zodiac watch.
That's $1 million watch right there.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Look at the crystals in this thing.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Now, hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Find the blue sapphire or the red ruby.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this first.
All right.
That way you're not watching. Some of these are ridiculous.
Oh, Jacobs & Co. They have the nicest watches.
That's Jacob the jeweler, man. You know Jacob the jeweler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jacob the jeweler. He does all the rappers, all the celebrity watches. Yeah. Jacob. Dude, you're freaking slow here. Just go to jacobsandco.com.
I'm there, but some of these are just okay. Here, I'll just pull it back up. That way, you
Just
can
pull
see
it back up. Scroll down. The Bugatti Tourbillon. That's a okay.
That's crazy.
So see that gold one right there? The yellow diamonds. Scroll down.
Yes,
Scroll
this
down.
one.
Right there, the yellow diamonds.
The
Find that
caviar.
in the blue sapphire or the red ruby.
Oh God! So if I click on it, does it give me options?
No.
There it is, right there.
Oh, yeah, here it is. That.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I will tell you something a little bit about lapidary. So when it comes to rubies, and especially rubies that are organic, they're much more rare than diamonds. And I have I think it's 3-carat ruby, a perfect ruby in one of the rings I just had made for myself. I actually had to show you that, but extremely expensive. Oh my gosh, 44 millimeter. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
I love that watch, man.
Beautiful watch.
I love that watch. Find the blue one, the blue sapphire one.
Let's see.
Yeah, just keep scrolling there.
There it is right there.
There it is. That's my favorite right there. That one and the ruby one.
Cheers to you. If I
Robbie, I'd buy you the red one.
I'd take that red one. That would love that red one, sir.
You would look good with that red one on your wrist, man.
I'm telling you. I can see it already. Beautiful watch.
I'll just drool over you guys' watches.
Man, you talking about a few 100,000? That's
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
minute,
that's I think that's around 600,000. Those ones.
Oh yeah.
You know, pocket change for Grant. For the rest of us screws on the radio, Rob, we're
that would be the boat that I'm trying to buy right now. Holy mackerel, just on my wrist, and I want to live on the boat. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Whoa.
It's weird. Like in my area, there's a lot of mining claims, like prospecting claims up here, because this whole area is full of gold and everything, right? So watching these guys talk about their like claims, they come in. Yeah, I got a gold claim up on this creek, and I got up north. I got a diamond claim, and all that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of that down here too in California, obviously.
Yeah, man. You should talk to Merle one day about the time when they were trying to find this paranormal site. They came across this guy who was protecting his claim, and they thought that this guy thought that they were trying to maybe steal his claim. So the guy like actually pulled a gun on him. So they're like, no, we're paranormal investigators.
Wow.
The caviar tourbillon blue sapphire that you like, Dave, has increased in price to $1,080,000 right now.
Oh wow! Look at Deborah Rooney with a hat trick there. Way to go, girl! Way to go! She went between the legs on that one.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I could tell you this, man. If I ever won like one of them giant like $50-60 million lotteries,
oh yeah, all day.
70 million, I'm going to Jacobs and go.
You're
buy a watch.
You're one of those guys that's like, I'm not going to let everybody know or anybody know that I won the lottery, but there will be signs.
Oh, there will be signs. You kidding me? There will be signs.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is the red one is only 600,000. So it's like,
oh, only okay, yeah,
that one's doable.
Yeah, right.
Only 600,000.
And I don't think they take out loans on those either.
No, cash only.
That would be a cash only. I don't think you can finance that one over the next 20 years,
No.
25 years with an amortization of 5 years, or 5 years with an amortization of 25 years.
If it's 20,000, then I'm game, but I'm not into watches that hard. I'm into cars, lots of cars.
Oh, look at Area 53. He's got his hat trick now.
W. Decker. Then let's buy some swatches. Okay, that's more of in our price range. Some swatches, yeah.
Oh man. Let me see if I can find a watch. Grant, you've seen a couple of my watches.
Yep.
Yeah. This one, where is it here? I like my diesels. Not gonna lie, I like my diesels. They're heavy as anything.
Oh yes. So are the fossils. They're heavy. So do you have a watch box?
I got lots of watch boxes. I don't have one that I need for storage. I need to get one.
Oh gosh. I'm talking about, hold on. I'll show you.
Sweets, you're looking pretty sexy over there. You're looking pretty sexy over there. Yeah.
Appreciate it. I'm not even trying. Appreciate it. I was gonna say with these with the digital watches, right? You can have any face you want. You can't really see my face here, but I can change it to the Roly face if I want the Roly today. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it really worth it having the actual watch, or could you get away with a watch face?
Do you know, have you ever checked out the Mustang Dark Horse that Ford came out with? You can actually change you can actually change the dashboard to look like any dashboard on any Mustang since its inception.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Pretty cool. Never heard of it. What body is it? What is the body style?
A little bit longer and wider, a little bit more slick.
So it's
Mustang Dark Horse.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, look at this guy.
Look at that.
Watch box.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I need one of those. How many does it hold?
Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17 in it right now.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then the craziest one of all, believe it or not, and I mean, I got Belova, Citizen, Belova, and that's an old Belova. What is that one? Parnis, and then 2 more Citizens. Here's the fossil here. And then here's the funniest one. Everybody loves it, but I can't ever wear it.
The Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Nice.
And let's
see that again.
It's a Seiko. Let me see if I can get it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Nice.
Sorry about my fingers, everybody. I'm a mechanic and they're dirty. But yeah, that's a Mickey Mouse Seiko watch. If that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. Just random. I don't like watches at all.
This guy has the watch box, man. Hey, Hillbilly Harris said he just throws his in a big pile in a couple cigar boxes.
That works.
And I don't even do that.
I have mine in a drawer.
I'm an idiot when it comes to watches. I really am. It is what it is.
Love watches.
But then I wear the whatever that is. This electric.
Guaranteed Grant somewhere has a calculator watch.
I am not happy. I'm not happy. I don't have that anymore. It was made by Casio.
Yep.
And it was a calculator watch, and I do not know what happened to it. It still worked. And I got it when I was in Parsons Junior High. So sixth grade. Sixth grade. at Parsons over in Redding, California. And I love that watch, and I kept it for years and years and years, and I finally lost it in the move when I moved here to Klamath. So that's
here's a fun fact, and calculator watches were definitely awesome. Fun fact is that had more computing power than the Apollo 11 spacecraft that supposedly landed on the moon.
correct,
right?
Supposedly navigated from Earth across space through the Van Allen radiation belt, made it to the moon, landed, came back. Less computing power than a calculator watch. I don't know, Dave. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Well, we just had the what was it? The 56th anniversary yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the 56th anniversary of Apollo 11.
Of what though?
The moon landing.
Hoax? The moon landing or the hoax?
The moon landing. Are you seriously a hoax? You believe it's a hoax?
No. I did a show where I looked at both sides. Like, hey, these are reasons that we actually went. Look, this is proof. And then I did. This is reasons that we probably didn't go. So I put them both in one video and left it to the audience to decide. There's compelling evidence on both sides. Truthfully,
there is, and I agree with that. The biggest thing is back when we're in the middle of a Cold War. We have the United States it's a space race, man. You got Russia and the United States, and Russia was kicking our butts. Am I allowed to curse? Anyways,
tonight you can.
All right. So they were kicking our ass. And all of a sudden, they put up Sputnik, they had the dog, the monkey, they had all these things, but nothing could get past the Van Allen belts. Every time. I think the dog came back and lived for like 2 weeks. And when you start looking at that, it's like, okay, so how did we get them past, or our Apollo missions and stuff past the Van Allen belts and something and back. And here's the deal. Not only that, but there has been over time, and I can show you many presidents, including Obama and everybody, that have sat there and said, we are still trying to figure out how to get out of Leo, low Earth orbit, for anybody that's listening to this later. So we're still stuck in Leo. I even have Bill Nye the Science Guy saying that Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave Earth. And it's because we can't. There was a really cool digitization of a spaceship that we were supposedly supposed to build in space that had enough lead around it in order to get us past the Van Allen belts. And now I'm into conspiracy theories. Do I believe we went to the moon? I think I'm on the other side of the fence of that. I think we did, and I think we were told to get the hell out of there.
Me too. Me too.
The moon is made of cheese. Yes. Well, then I'm going soon because I love cheese. What happened to Rob?
Where'd Robbie go? Sweets, where'd you go? Sweets.
He left us high and dry.
Sweets. Where'd you go?
All right,
you know what it is? I'll guarantee you I know what it is.
Got a power issue. Power issue.
No, nothing to do with that. You're calling it an online bingo game, aren't you? That's what you're doing. Call it an online bingo game.
Bingo is fun. Bingo is fun. And I'm sorry, I missed because I had to step away. Grant, I missed that last piece you said. How did you end that off?
Oh, it was more or less. I went through some of the digitizations that they had out there and the fact that we haven't gotten anybody past Leo. But at the same time, I think there's a little bit more evidence when it comes to the fact that we did go there, whether we, faked the moon landing with a stage and all that. That's great. It's probably because we went there and we were told to get the hell off of the moon.
I've heard that too.
They're like, hey,
too.
we have ham radio operators that were listening. And this is where the real good evidence is. They were listening in on this. They were there when they heard, hey, Houston, Santa Claus is real, or they're watching us. They've landed on the rim of the crater and they're watching us. Like there's so much, and the ham operators got it.
Few things that bother me. Buzz Aldrin was always an a-hole when it came to anybody questioning the moon landing. Like, dude, there's a different way you probably could have handled that, but to get so immediately upset when someone says you guys didn't go, that's just one thing to look at. If you look at the press conference when they got back from the moon, they look really perturbed, and it could be for the reason you say there, Grant, where they saw something crazy and they're just like, wow, or because they know they're sitting on stage giving a press conference for something they didn't do. And then the other thing, so the Van Allen radiation belt both ways has always been a thing. The fact that when they got back to the United States, they went on this world tour to kind of share the wealth with the world. Right. The fact that humans have been to the moon, so they gave space rocks to all these different countries. In 2009, one of those countries tested the rock, found out, guess what? It's a regular old rock from Earth. It never was a space moon rock. So it's just there are things that make it questionable that we actually ever even made it.
Well, it's kind of like that kid that caught the baseball and had a baseball that he took to the game with him. So he catches the baseball, hands the baseball in his other hand to the girls behind him. You ever see that one?
I just saw that the other day.
Yeah. So in this particular case, we caught the baseball, which is the moon rocks, and we're just handing out the ones that we already had with us to the other people to act like we're sharing. And there is, I'm going to fight your case for you, actually. So, Rob, who in the world believes that the president is on the phone in the Oval Office back then talking to the space station or talking to the Apollo astronauts that are out there?
Right.
That's a far stretch. We didn't have that technology yet then. Second, who panned the camera up when the module shot up off the lander and perfectly went up? There was no fire. There was nothing like that. It just shot straight up and the camera panned, right? There's all these intricacies and all these crazy things that everybody can tear apart. But at the same time, like man, you look at the moon, you look at the composition of the moon and the things that are on it, especially some of the radioactive materials that are on there and titanium. That thing was built. And I love to think that I love to think that that's a spaceship. Dave, what do you think?
I think you guys are high.
Hey, we might be. I might. Well, I do. I do smoke the marijuana. But I don't know if it's a spaceship. When I saw Moonfall, I was just like,
Moonfall? What's that?
Moonfall with Halle Berry when the moons crash into the Earth and they find out it's this structure built by previous humans and then AI and all that. You know, it was like, nah, I don't know. They played out the whole scenario of it being, something that was built, and it just didn't seem plausible. It's like, why? Why would they build something that big? First of all,
it depends on how you look at it. So today's technology that we have, we can't build anything like that. The things that we've seen flying around the sky, though, where people have seen miles, where a UFO comes in and it is miles or even hundreds of yards. And then you have those people that have that are experiencers that get in it and they're like, dude, it's way bigger on the inside and the outside. So it just depends. We also have Native Americans that have ancient written texts or even where they pass the story along that talk about a time before the moon was there and that it was arranged to come in, that it showed up and all of a sudden everything, caused all kind of tidal waves, whatever, which, I mean, the flood, you bring a satellite that big, which is the only satellite around anything that we can see in the known universe that we can see. And we can see the moons around these other planets of all these billions of stars, especially in our own galaxy. I mean, our own, the sun, Mars, and everything that's in our solar system. Nothing has a moon that is as big as ours compared to its planet, and nothing that we can see has that either. And so you start tying all these little threads together, and you're like, okay, where the hell did this thing come from? And then you have the two German scientists, especially back then, where they're like, this thing rang like a bell for 3 hours. And when we crashed our lunar module or our platform off into it, and then we just kept doing it bigger and bigger and bigger. And the first time it was quite a long time, but then the last one was like 3 hours or something like that. And so we know the thing is hollow, and well, we theorize it's hollow, but there's a lot of evidence to support that. Also, the amount of materials that are on the moon, the type of composition of the moon doesn't match that of Earth. So we know it wasn't like an impact theory, stuff like that. So, okay, cool. Then we're like, okay, well, what is it made of? And then we find all these byproducts, these nuclear byproducts that are on the moon that can only be made by us detonating nuclear material. So then you start getting into this rabbit hole, going, okay, what the hell is this thing? Where'd it come from? And it's one of the moon is one of the craziest things in the world. Its orbit is strange. The distance from Earth is strange. The fact is 400 times the distance, or the sun is 400 times the distance of the sun to the moon, to the Earth. And so that gives us our perfect little eclipse where you can't experience that anywhere else in our solar system. There's just so many things that state that thing is probably not natural, and it's tidal locked, and tidal locked is also very strange. So, and then when you have some people, the astronauts that went around the other side of the moon, they're like, oh my God, it looks like a parking lot down there. Or another one of the astronauts is like, I wonder if they ever get out, like they look like they're stuck down there. What do you think?
One way to find out.
Here's one thing. I think it was Apollo 14 or 15, the one that took the go-kart up on the moon. They had the dune buggy. You remember that?
Yeah.
I was told by a guy who's a former NASA scientist, retired. He said, you can go online and watch the pattern of how they drive. You could see the mapping of how they drove. He goes, but what you really want to find out is the timeline. That if you go up and you watch the pull up on the crater, and then within seconds, they back down and they boot it away from there. He goes, what do you think they saw? I said, what do you think they saw? It's important. What do you think they saw? He goes, that's none of my business. He goes, look at the timeline. If they didn't see anything on the moon, they wouldn't be pulling away from there so quickly.
Correct. And the first astronauts to drive on the moon was the actual Apollo 15 mission. And Dave, I'm going to call you out on this one really hard. So you and James Irwin in 1971, which I don't believe you were alive then,
no,
were the first to drive on the moon, because David Scott and James Irwin in 1979.
Come on, Rob, give us a hat tip.
You're. I got my headphones on. You're a time traveler.
I am.
No, I'm not kidding. It was the Lunar Roving Vehicle, the LRV, a four-wheeled electric vehicle designed for lunar exploration. Other Apollo missions were 16, 17 that also used it, but the Apollo 15 crew, David Scott and James Irwin, were the first two.
But this David Scott was American, right?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, he was.
I would assume so, and I would assume he probably didn't like hockey either. So totally different Dave Scott, two different Daves.
Loved hockey.
Two different Daves.
Apparently, he loved hockey.
He loved it, and the Oilers were his favorite.
Oilers didn't even exist back then, just to be blunt.
Cat's out.
So here's the other thing. So okay, aliens on the moon, maybe, because it would make sense to be on the side that's out of sight from Earth. I can see that all day. It being manufactured in hollow, I don't know. But the other thing about the moon landing that is definitely strange, if you think about it, is they had a near flawless broadcast in 1969 from the surface of the moon to to TV screens around the world, and we can barely get live streams to stay okay today. So, how much sense does that make? And what is the possibility, the probability that we would have a flawless live stream from the moon? Then, secondly, so I'd say the live stream, and then the other thing would be the lander. So the lander, Neil Armstrong tested the lander before they left and almost killed himself. He never successfully tested it here on Earth. So you all of a sudden get to the moon and have a flawless landing, and then a flawless broadcast as well for the entire world to see. That sounds like propaganda to me, and it sounds like we wanted to kind of show out on the Russians. Truthfully, I'm not going to say that they didn't go, but it is very possible they could have just went up into low Earth orbit, hung out a little bit, and came on back down. I don't know. But that's why I do the show, and I leave it for the audience, because I'm like, hey, very compelling. They went. They definitely went. Very compelling. Hey, they didn't go. And then, hey, you decide at the end of the day.
That's
true. Very true.
Very true.
Very true. Can't argue with Sweets on that one.
Yep. Ooh, not a flat earther. Oh my God. Please. If someone asked me to interview a flat earther, I would do it. But it's obviously a ridiculous thought process to think that the earth is flat. I don't know where people come up with this and what gives them any clue to this being true. Do you have anything on that, Grant? What do you know about that?
So I went out quite a few years back, and Dave knows this, and I went out and bought that. What was that? I still got it. It's sitting there, probably batteries dead. P900, Nikon P900. That's what it was. And I went to the ocean, and I sat there at the shore, and I zoomed in on a ship that disappeared out of my range of view, and I was able to bring it back in. Okay, but here's the caveat on that. I couldn't see anything past it. So had I waited maybe another hour, it probably would have disappeared around the curvature of the earth. I don't have the mathematics behind that. The biggest thing is it's very clever when it comes to the flat earth. I don't call it flat earth, flat plane, whatever you want to call it, but I went to the biblical side of it, looked it up there. I understand what they're talking about. It's very clever. It's very clever. But when you look at the moon in daytime, has anybody seen the moon when it's morning or mid-afternoon, when you actually get to see the moon? And you see the light from the sun will be here, the moon will be here, and you can see the light shining down. So you can actually, your vision can see the sun. It's way further out in the moon. And you can see the moon here, and it's lit up from the sun that's way the heck over there. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can see the curve of the light going around a ball or sphere.
Yeah.
You can use that. Now, when it comes to like the 86th parallel, we're not allowed down to Antarctica. You want to, quote Admiral Byrd or do whatever you want. Okay. When it comes to the firmament, okay, yes, that's biblical. But at the same time, and people even use the new Elon Musk starships that are shooting up there, the rockets. They look different from everybody else. Well, it's a different technology. But at the same time, do I believe that the earth is flat? No. Do I have friends that do? Absolutely. I have pilot friends that are literally within 20 minutes of me right now that I could be like, hey, I'm dead serious. That believe 100% the earth is flat. And I'm like, okay. So as much as Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? Take him or leave him, grain of salt, whatever you want. When you're flying a plane, you can take a globe just like this, okay? And when you're flying a plane, you lay a piece of paper over that globe, and that's how high up you are. Okay, that's all it is. And can you see the curvature of the earth at sea level? Absolutely not. I don't believe that the algorithm that they're using, the mathematics that they're using, are quite accurate. I actually believe the Earth's a little bigger than what we think it is. And then, so if you take a plane and you have those people that are saying, okay, well, we're going to fly from, and I actually just showed one of my employees, there was a place right over here, way up here. And there was a plane that flew from Los Angeles, went way up north above Canada, and then came down over here and whatever the heck it was. I can't remember. And it curves really far up. And he's like, oh, see, now if you put it on a flat plane, they're going straight. Okay, well, if you're going this way, you're still going over Canada. Even on a globe model, right? Even on a globe model, it works. Man, that thing is heavy. Anybody want this? Like,
Yeah,
I'll be right
send it
back,
here.
guys.
okay. This is
Beautiful, beautiful.
Well, it's gold and all these cool natural stones and stuff, and we just
Yeah,
it's way
it
too
looks
heavy.
like it's about 50 pounds. Yeah.
At least 20. I mean, I just showed how weak I am. No, that thing weighs probably. You're probably correct. It's all metal, rock, and it's heavy. The biggest thing is when it came to the 86 parallel, going down to Antarctica. Antarctica is at the bottom of the earth, obviously, and there's people that believe it surrounds the earth. And it's very clever how they came up with flat earth. Now, you got to also understand that flat earth has been one of those indoctrinated theories, especially with sailors, for many thousands of years. Because you get a compass, and no matter where you're at in a flat earth, it's north. Well, if you're down in Antarctica and you look north, no matter where you're at in Antarctica, it's going to point north. It works the same way. But what we see in the skies definitely shows that it's not flat. There's absolutely no way. And it's not a firmament that it's like a water vapor or some type of water. You'll see people see that. You can take a pair of binoculars and look at Jupiter and see the moons with just a pair of good binoculars. You want to spend a $500 or even $100 on Facebook Marketplace and buy yourself an actual real telescope. Go look at Saturn. Go look at Jupiter. Go look at Mars when it passes close by. You can see. Take a tennis ball in your living room and turn on a light and turn everything else off. You can see the sphere. So it is what it is, though.
Yeah, and after all that, guys, the Earth is round. Just so you know, Earth is round, definitely not flat. And
I do have to tell you that story.
Big Dog was asking Mr. Rob G, if you can meet an alien, what species would you meet first? I'm just gonna go with the classic team, like reasonable guys. The reasonable ones, I don't really, reptilians too freaky to see. Mantid, same thing. I don't think I would want anything like that. Palladians, I don't know because if they're anything like us, then you just never know with them. So I probably say the Greys first.
So I met a Gray already, so I'm already good with that one. That scared the hell out of me. And I was 5, obviously, you know the story. And that literally scared the shit out of me, dude. I was really young when it happened. But if I was to today say, okay, I want to meet one of the species that are out there, yes, I kind of prefer somebody that looks more human-like,
I hear you.
Realistically, though, I would like to meet dude, I would like to meet one of the crazier ones, the reptilians, or the ones that look like a mantis. I would actually, you get me used to it, and I'd love to meet them. But
you got to think about it. Palladians and all the, they're very human-like. It's like meeting another human. So it's like, why even? I met weird human beings before. I met blue human beings before. I met some really strange human beings who may not have been humans now that I think back on it. But, Let me see the classic almond eyes, big head, the classic thing that we've always heard about. Like, let me see the classic one, and then we can talk about the other ones. I mean, you know, I just have an affinity for grays. I wanted them to appear in the movie Nope, and they didn't. They teased us like they were going to show grays, and they're just my favorite. I don't know. I have no reason for them being my favorite, but they are.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I've heard that they walk among us anyway. So yeah, the Nordic Pleiadians. I mean, they're more human-like anyway. So, and tartar sauce, climb up the yacht club. Heck yeah! I just went sailing this last weekend. Actually, I've been sailing the last 4 weekends in a row.
Man, I've been staying off the ocean, man. I went on a cruise last year. We go like once a year. Went earlier this year, and I'll barely do that because I know that we have things under there now. And that's very concerning to me. Having aliens under the water and then sitting on a boat on top of that water. So there's already whales under there and huge, crazy, what do you call those?
Squid,
colossal
gigantic
squids. Yeah, exactly. So you got
Dave,
all that.
I got a question for Dave.
Yeah.
Do you remember off the coast of, I guess, California, that big area? They thought it was an underground or underwater base that had the pillars and all that. We did a show on that a few years ago, and now it's gone. It's not on Google Earth anymore.
I still think it was an underground submarine base.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Did you ever see that?
Where
Rob?
was this at? Where was it located?
Oh gosh, hold on.
Off the coast of
Southern California.
Yeah,
Southern California. Was it the thing that Jimmy Church found like 10 years ago? The anomaly,
Malibu or something like that.
UFO base or alien base.
Yeah.
If it's that same thing, they said that they get like different. They draw their sources from different mapping agencies, and it was some explanation they gave on why it looked like that, but they went on to say that there was nothing to that. Yeah, Malibu underground base debunked. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I looked it up like 3 years ago, and it literally was this, and then now you can't see it. I mean, you look at this, and it's this huge structure, and I don't know. It's one of those gigs where I saw it myself, and I did actually look it up on Google Earth, and I don't know. In fact,
yeah, and they say because Google gets their mapping data from like NOAA and there's some other agencies, so it isn't all Google satellites that map. They draw sources from different mapping agencies to build their maps. And I was watching something where they were explaining that process had something to do with why it showed like that. But and would explain why it's not there anymore if they're doing something different. I don't know. But I know during that video, they were looking at it for the underground base. That's what they said happened, and they ended up saying there was nothing to it.
So where's NASA get its map of the Earth?
I don't know. This is a trick question. I don't know.
It is a trick question. Oh, gosh. NASA's funny.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Delete my house from Google Maps.
I was just going to read that too.
Yeah.
Mine's on Google Map. I don't know if I can ever delete it. I know there's actually, I just heard like 4 days ago, there's a place down, this kid on YouTube goes and spends the night in crazy places. And he went to a neighborhood down in Los Angeles where all these stars live, and he was able to get in acting like he was DoorDash or whatever it was, and spend the night and make a steak and get the heck out. but all those houses are not on Google Earth or on street maps or anything. You cannot find those houses because I mean they're, you know, stars and they want their privacy. So I mean, and here he is walking around with a camera.
That's scary though.
Yeah.
That's scary. If I'm a star and I see that video, I'm like, dude, come on now.
Oh yeah.
I pay $1 gazillion for this and security, and this kid can imitate DoorDash and get in, and that's crazy.
Well, I mean, there's people that go, hey, Dave, when are you gonna have your barbecue?
My barbecue?
Yeah, the barbecue. I read it online somewhere. There's a whole bunch of people coming out to your house to have a barbecue.
That's actually...
I'll come up there one of these days. I'll barbecue.
Be prepared. I will say this. There is something in the works that even the SOR team doesn't know yet. Okay. Yeah. I'll spill the beans.
Okay, yeah, please, because we can read minds anyway. We're telepathic. Go ahead.
There may be a very big Paracon coming to the local museum next year in 2026, in September of next year, that SOR will be a part of.
Yes. Oh, nice.
So the entire SOR team will be invited. I will let everybody know for tickets, because there will be a limited number of tickets. And when we have the event and everything planned out, then we will have more information.
Okay. Dibs.
We are holding
town
it will be in my area, yeah, at the local museum.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
What's the hotel situation like? Are we staying?
Well, for you guys, you'd crash at my house.
That's what I thought. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna stay in the studio.
Yeah, but we're gonna be offering not only local speakers, when I mean local British Columbia speakers, in order to keep the costs down.
Right.
We're going to be doing a paranormal tour, paranormal ghost tours of the museum. There will be sky watches, and if you're one of the 10 to sign up, and there will only be 10, I'll take you out to the Sasquatch site.
Oh no!
Look, Paramar saying Joe Monk, Dave is going to stage a coup. So we're all going to get there. Dave's going to take our passports, and we're going to have to forever remain in the country of Canada and go to hockey games and be indoctrinated into the old Canadian spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I don't hear a lot of bad ideas there.
Yeah, truly.
I kind of agree with that. Like, what are you doing?
Debbie, you'd love my bathtub. You could fit 2 people in there easily. What? My shower, you could put like 5 people in.
Sold.
Gee.
Anybody want to join? Let's go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I just want to try it out. Oh, here. I brought that ring. If I can get it off. There it is. Just had it made.
Nice.
Yeah, hold on.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. What kind of stone is that?
It's a ruby.
Ruby. Okay, exactly. That's
and
my birthstone.
It's massive. They had to actually build up the backside so tall. So it's a little tall in the finger just because the ruby is so big. And it's in the shape of a Superman sign. That's the reason why I got it, because I'm an idiot for Superman. So, but yeah, there's the ring.
Well, Spider Bite says it's beautiful, Grant. Kim Jellin says beautiful ring.
Yeah.
River Dog Pitbull. This is what I'm talking about. We could turn Dave's backyard into Woodstock. That's what I'm. Now you're talking, buddy. Now you're talking.
We're gonna call it Dave Stock.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can you invite El Ovni though? I mean, like, right?
I don't even know how to get a hold of him.
Oh shit!
I don't even know. Rob has this crazy idea that I'm El Ovni Volador.
No, I've seen.
And Tim's El Phantasma. I mean, that's what he gets for smoking the hippie lettuce as much as he does. He gets these paranoid freakouts like that on that shit. But
I've watched you leave the room as soon as he shows up. So I beg.
I've never been around him.
Nope, you never have.
Sweet's having trouble again there. Signal trouble.
Dave Chilla. Elric's ring. Yes. It's awesome. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, man. I'm freaking tired.
All right, brother. I love you.
I am freaking tired.
Now it's late here too. So
Sweet's coming back in. There he
oh,
is.
there he is.
Let's call it the night here. I want to get to bed. I'm not feeling well. I'll be ready to go for tomorrow night. Sweets, thank you for coming on in. The Maximus, thank you for coming back in.
Absolutely.
And tomorrow night on the show, we will have who I don't even know. I don't even know. Load it up. We'll have a guest. We will have a guest. I will see you all tomorrow night, everybody. Grant, thank you. Sweets, much love to you, buddy. You're the best.
You know it. Anytime. See you guys later.
All right, guys. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Yep.